Hi everybody, this is Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts. In the Facebook group, someone had asked the question, can you use the shapes on the Brother SE1900 to create a heart applique? Okay, so I started to think about this because usually you buy your applique files, right? Because applique files usually come with three steps, right? You have your placement stitch, okay, where it stitches the first time, and that's so that you know exactly where to put your fabric. Then it has the second stitch, which is your knockdown stitch, and that's where you take it out of the machine and then you cut the fabric that you don't want, the excess fabric around the letter, the number, the shape, or whatever it is you're doing. And then the final stitch is your satin stitch, okay? So let's say you don't want to buy one that's a shape, right? Could you use the shapes that are in the SE1900 machine in order for you to create your own applique? So I thought that was a really interesting question because I know that the machine has some shapes. So I decided to put the Brother machine embroidery bed on, and I'm going to take a look at it, and I believe you can do it without purchasing an applique. So let's look at the machine and let's give it a shot and let's see what happens, okay? So I am going to adjust this camera now. Sorry. Here we go. All right, here we go, right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this down so that you can see my machine, okay? And I'm going to, let's go right from the beginning because I already started taking a peek at what the machine has regarding shapes and all that kind of stuff, just to see like what would work, right? So right now, let me turn the camera around and then we're gonna take a look at it and I'm gonna see how I would do it, all right? Okay guys, I wanted to make sure that I had the camera in a better position so that we can take a look at what we're going to do. And as you can see, yep, it's a beautiful day out there. So I have my apple wine glass. I have apple wine and stuff. So I am having wine today. So after this, I am going to sit in my backyard with hubby Fred. So anyway, let's get back to this video. Let's see what we can do. All right, so let me put my wine glass somewhere else. All right, so let's, as you know, okay, looking at the Brother screen, you have this right here. And it comes already with shapes on it, right? So one of the things was that the person on Facebook asked, okay, can you use the heart shape? So as you can see right off the bat, there's a square and there's a heart right there. So this is the section where it has all of the shapes. So I'm going to click on this, and as you can see, it has the circle and the oval, the pentagon, and all the other shapes. Well, let's look at the heart. So when you click on the heart, you kind of notice that it has a whole bunch of different types of hearts. And you can click the arrow key and it'll tell you exactly which ones. Now, when I first started looking at them, I kind of looked at this one and I was kind of like, okay, well, this looks like it's just one string, right? And it's just one shape, right? But the thing is, it looks like this is just going to be a thin line. Usually when you have applique, you can do the thin line, but the thing is sometimes you have a satin stitch that goes with it, right? So I decided, let me go back and take a look at all the other, sorry, Mellows, all the other ones that are available. Well, I looked at number 2, and then I said, let me look at it a little further, right? Number 2 looks more thicker, okay? It looks like it has a satin stitch there. My gut feeling through the experience that I've had with shapes is usually the needle will go around, okay? And then it will go back and it will fill the satin stitches, all right? So the way I'm thinking that this can be done is that we would let the needle go around once. It'll show where the heart's going to be. I will back the stitches to the first one. Then it will go again, and then that would be my tack down. And then once I cut the fabric, then I would let it loose and then let it finish off. Let's see how that works. I think that will work. I'm not sure, but you know, it's interesting, and let's see what'll happen, okay? So as you can see, I already have my embroidery foot in there, okay? and I'm going to be using my magnetic hoop, and I'm going to just use tearaway stabilizer, okay? So I'm going to, let me put the camera a little way so we can take a look at it. Let me hoop this, and let's see. Let me stand up while I do this. Let's see how this would work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit OK, and I'm just going to use the thread that's on here. As a matter of fact, let me take this thread out, and in order to thread it out, I should cut it. Let me cut my thread. Okay, and I'm going to pull out thread from under here. There you go. All right, and then let me see. I'm going to use, let me use this color. Green, okay, because this green is kind of bright, and it will help. It'll show, I think, on the camera a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to do this here, and let's see. Oops, I had to put it down. Oops. Okay, hold on. Let's see how, there we go. Let's see how this works, okay? So I'm going to hit set, and I'm going to hit end edit. I'm going to trace it because I just want to see where it would embroider, okay? All right, and I got this piece of fabric, all right? So I figured this would be a good way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to just hit embroider, and let's just see what it actually does. And then what I'm going to do is, if it does the whole heart one time, I'm going to stop it, okay? So I'm going to, it is down. All right, so let's go ahead and embroider. And right off the bat, the answer is no. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it did not embroider the heart first and then go back and do the satin stitches. Okay, so no. So this is a quick video. Can you use this to do appliques? No, not this one anyway. This one for sure. Now let's stop this because I already know that it's not going to work. And let me see. Hold on. Got to lower the pressure foot. Let me stop it. All right. So as you can see, the reason why it's a no is because it did not trace the heart. Okay. Let me get this out so you can see. It did not trace the heart. Okay. It looked like it was going to, but then look what happened. It started to do the satin stitch. And that is not what we want. We wanted to do the actual heart, and then we would stop it, put the fabric down, start it all over again so it could do the actual heart again, which would tack down the fabric. Then I would cut it, and then I would proceed so that way we can do the satin stitch. So quick answer, no. These cannot be used at all for applique stitches. Now, let's cancel this. What if, okay, because I want to explore this some more, okay? What if I had used the number 10 heart, okay? Which I think you can use. I'm not going to change the paper because you guys know this is it. I think the number 10 heart would do the heart first. Let's see. Okay, I got this in. I'm going to end it. Okay, so let me embroider. Let's do the embroidery for this one. And let's see. And as you can see, it started. And I think this one would. Yep, it's doing the heart. There you go. So right there, I would hit. All right, it just did it. So this would be, look at this, guys, while I'm talking to you guys. I think I'm solving this here. As you notice, okay, look at it. It embroidered the heart, okay? Now, let's do this. Check this out. I'm going to take this, which is my fabric. I'm going to put it underneath. And then I'm going to say, let's do this again. Because this is now, you can consider this the placement stitch, okay? So now I'm going to put this over here, okay? There you go. Okay, now, this is what I'm thinking, guys. This is where you can go in, and then you can cut this fabric off, okay, for the heart. See, now I'm cutting this off. Okay. Now, to make it faster, I'm going to take this out. Okay. And lift this up so you guys can see. I'm going to carry it over here. Sorry, guys. I'm all in the way. Can you guys see? No, you can't. Because I want you guys to see everything. Because you guys know I like to see everything. Or I like to show you guys everything. Now I'm just going to cut this. Let's just see how this turns out. Be interesting. Because remember, this is how applique works. Okay. So now I'm cutting out the excess. Oops. Okay. The excess. That was the wine. Let me stop. I only had a couple of sips. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. So, all right. I cut that out. Okay. You guys can see? Yep. All right. So now what we're going to do is go back to the machine. Okay. And I'm going to put this on. Back on. All right, now, these are my thoughts right now that's going on in my head, okay? All right, we used heart number, okay, now I'm gonna go back, okay, and I'm gonna cancel this. And don't worry if I confuse you guys, because I'm just trying to figure this out as I'm filming. But I am going to, I'll tell you exactly step by step how I did this if it comes out. If it comes out, okay? So anyway, now I'm going to take this out. And then I want the heart again, the first one that we picked that has the satin stitches. All right? I'm going to hit set, end edit, embroider. And I'm going to say go. And let's take a look and let's see how this works, okay? It takes about 2 minutes to embroider. Now it's going over stitches that are already there. So this portion over here may look a little thicker than the rest of it. Because remember, it has some stitches there. And because of those stitches there, I didn't cut so close to the thing. So this looks like it's a success, guys. I'm going to run down the steps again so that you guys can know how to do this, okay? So this is the answer for you. Do you need to buy the applique heart for the SE1900? If this is the size heart that you want, no. You can use the shapes that are already in there for you to create your own applique heart. You just have to be a little creative. at that, coming out really nice. Very, very, very nice. Let me adjust the camera so you guys can see. Okay, it finished. So I'm gonna hit okay. And then we're gonna go, let me take this out and let me show you what it looks like. Gotta stand up when I take my hoop out all the time. Here we go. And okay, I just have this on tearaway stabilizer, so this is probably gonna fall right out because whoop, like a little patch. See, fell out like a patch. There you go. So there you go. So can it be done? Now that I think about it, yes, this can be done. Okay, so let's run down real quick how I was able to do this. All right, let's go over to the screen and I'm gonna show you. All right, now I'm gonna go back. Let me pull back just so you guys can see real good. Okay, there you go. All right, let's go back from all the way from the beginning. Okay, all right, this is where you have your shapes. This is your heart. Okay, number 2 is where you have this type of satin stitches. Okay, that's where the stitches are going back and forward right here. Okay, these are the satin stitches. All right, but you don't want to start with number 2. This is where you're going to end. So what you're going to do is you're going to scroll up and you're going to go to number 10. Okay? Number 10, when you look at it, this is just one stitch drawing out the heart. That is where it's going to give you the placement stitch, where you're actually going to put your fabric on. Once you have that drawn out, place your fabric. After you place your fabric, run this stitch again, and that's going to tack down the fabric. Cut around the excess material, okay? Then when you're done and you put it back, get out of this, okay? You're going to go back to the heart, and this time what you're going to do is you're going to select number 2. Number 2, if you look at it, see how all the satin stitches are? Okay, let me make this bigger. See? See how it just goes like that? It's thicker, okay? That's this. That's this thickness right here. That's the satin stitch right here. So that is how you would do an applique, okay, using the heart on the SE1900. So guys, bottoms up. Enjoy your SE1900. That is exactly how you could do the files that are already in your Brother SE1900 to do applique, okay? You just got to be creative and do your thing, okay? So have fun making those hearts. Talk to you guys later. Be safe, happy sewing, and happy embroidering. Bye.